Trying this, don't know. Okay, so according to this, I am online. It'll just be a matter of a few minutes before it'll show things. So, yep. Alright, anyone out there? You know, if you're out there, you can hear me. Leave a message in the chat. Hey, I'm seeing me there. Don't know how well it's doing, but, hey folks, I'm sorry my bandwidth isn't the greatest, so, you know, we'll just have to kind of make do with what it is. But this is really just kind of a test to see how things are going, if they're working at all or not. So, I'm live right now, you know. Seems to be working. My quality may not be the best, so for that, I will apologize. Drag hair down to the chat, so unlike Door, I will know if you folks say something to me. So, kind of drop some information out to people, see if they can let me know how it's working or not. So, I've got a few scenes set up here. One is just a nice little camera switch so I can test both cameras I've got. Here's another one, just kind of a simple, hey, website stuff, right? So, let's see what my bandwidth looks like. So, I'm just kind of waiting to hear from people, see how it's going. Folks, this is nothing serious here. This is just a test, only a test, that's right. As you can see down here, I've got the Fedora logo up. Why? That's because this is a test for use at scale. That's right, my hopes are to be able to live stream at scale. And this is what I'm going to use for the setup. Processor's kind of high, but I think it's usable. So, yeah, just waiting to hear from people. I can probably go back later and watch the recording that this will create on, up there, and I'll know how it does. So, yeah. Get back here. So, what you don't see just off of camera is I've got a cat who's just going nuts around my legs. He's like, pay attention to me. Please, pay attention to me. And I'm just like, sorry, kitty. Not right now. Uh, so, hey, that's working. Bunch of stuff seems to be working. No one over in the YouTube chat, but that's alright. And then we can switch over here and, hey, check it out. We've got a little bit of RRC action, so that's all good and beautiful. I think Door to Door Geek might be tuning in, or might have already tuned in. I don't know. Trying to just kind of do this as a test and see how it's all going. Now, I have not done a whole lot on this. I mean, I literally just have the mic plugged in and the camera's plugged in. I haven't done anything, like trying to do anything to improve the audio. I just kind of want to see how it is. For scales usage, I am pretty damn certain I'm going to need to go in and put in a, gate, a limiter, something, kind of, check something to, check and, or to keep, some of that background noise in check. Got a message way over there on a different screen. See what it says. Now, I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot to say right now. I'm just kind of rambling testing tonight. With this done, I can pretty much, wrap this up, start boxing this up in a way, and move back on to other things. And just to, that was what I just did was a tribute to Dan. That's right, I'm doing something stupid and trying to compile stuff live while I'm doing this. Now, granted, it's not the kernel, but hey, I'm still doing stuff live on the system. So, hey, whatever. Now, for what I just did, I'll probably have to restart the system later, but hey, that's later. And what's that? Hey, instead of using a browser, I'm trying to get the OBS Qt WebKit plugin built. And I've got one of my friends, Kit, listening to me live. So, is it sounding halfway decent over there, Kit? Yes, you fail at copy pasta, but you know what? I don't think you can copy pasta with voice controls very well, can you? Ooh, I'm sorry. It's all just a joke, all in just good fun, So, hey. Please take it in the manner in which it's meant. Yeah, I probably am. And the other thing is, I'm not trying to do some kind of specific task right now, so yeah. And hopefully, that that scripted stuff is gonna get better, or at least I'll get more relaxed about it as I go. When I'm making the other content, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to balance controlling the recording, controlling what I'm making, enjoying a drink. Jim Beam Maple. Tastes like I just drank a fucking pancake, folks. So, Kit, it sounding pretty decent, looking halfway decent to you over there. And this, folks, is my across my satellite connection. So, hey, if it can do decently here, hopefully it'll do decent at scale. Supposedly, I'm pushing about 2,600 kbs up. So, not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Good to know it sounded good out there. I probably won't keep this going much longer. Part of this is also a test to see what kind of file sizes I can expect to do all this. I did a 10-minute recording earlier. Trying a 20-minute one probably this time around. And that's 20-minute recording and streaming, so I can see how big of files I've got. So I've got an idea how much space I'm going to eat up, over, say, an hour. And when I know how much an hour is going to cost me, I can figure out how much, space it's going to take me to make this for, to do these videos for scale. And what I probably really should do is keep a notebook right next to the machine. That way, if something particularly good happens, I can write down, around this time, blah. That way, later, when I come back and do the recording, I can go, around hour marker this. So, well, Voxer's bailing out on me. And I'm not hearing from any of the other people I was hoping would check things out. So, now the nice thing is, at least, this is an Intel NUC that I've got on loan from Think Penguin. It's going to go back to them at some point. But this is not a very powerful machine, but it's got 16 gigs of RAM, 100 gig, I think an mSATA drive in here. And I'm sitting here rolling with, hey, Frank. All right, thank you for letting me know that. That is something I can do something about. Oops, helps if I don't mute myself. Just as soon as I figure out where the mixer is around here. I decided to use, and from the IRC, Frank Bell decided to check things out, and I decided to use XFC for using this system. So, I think a little in some places I'm not quite used to, so alright, I've turned up the volume some more here. Alright, just found it, turned up the volume. By all means, let me know if that's a little better there. Hopefully it's not loud enough and blowing things out. But this, Frank, definitely thank you for dropping in, checking things out. It helps. This will definitely, be stuff I have to tweak at scale. So, now, do you have your volume all the way up, or were you able to turn it back down? And this is, Frank, thank you for stopping, checking in. What this is a test for, I'm going to be at the Fedora booth at SoCal Linux Fest 14. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is, and using the setup I've got going right now, more or less, the only difference is I'll have a second microphone plugged in. I'll be live streaming from the Fedora booth using this Intel NUC I've got on loan, the 2 webcams I've got, 2 microphones, and an external hard drive. With some tweaking, I could probably make that actually a pretty slim little package. Might, add a small little wireless keyboard that could, but hey. All right, let's see what. I'm getting feedback and stuff all over the place here. Yep, Kit. Jim Beam maple flavor. Around Christmas, they were selling, this variety pack that had maple, fire, honey, and regular Jim Beam. Like $3-4 for this pack of stuff to check out. So, but going back to this setup, with as small as this NUC is, and hopefully I will not induce too much whatever with moving this around here. But if you can see right there, that little black box that I'm pointing at with the tube of sprees, that one, that is the machine I've got on loan. Nice small little machine. All right, Frank, thank you for checking it out. Have a good night, buddy. And like I said, I'm just kind of rambling right now, trying to make it to 20-minute mark. So I will definitely need to, and now I can see where it hits, but I will definitely have to add, at least the software gate to both mics to make sure things are in a pretty good shape. The 10-minute recording, I got a file of 196.5 megs. The second one is, we're coming up on 20 minutes here. And it's coming out, about 400 megs. What's my opinion on cord keepers? I need some desperately. This desk is a wiring catastrophe right now, but I want to replace this desk with something else. I've got an idea for a desk. I'd like to build to replace it, and it would make my, setup a little nicer, a little easier, hide the cables, control them better. But, the desk I'm using right now is pretty large. Well, I like the size of the desk. I need something bigger, something that doesn't have, the inbuilt filing cabinets under it. That would make things nicer, so I have some room underneath here. So, but, hey, it is what it is. I think I will, the next thing I'll do is make a desk. Okay, we're coming up on the 20-minute mark. I'm going to hit stop recording at least. I might keep streaming for a moment or two more just because I'm waiting to hear from a couple other people. But yeah, it's looking like I'll be able to, just a little long, 20 minutes and, 10 seconds, but it came out to 393.4 megs for a 20-minute recording, so that means it is doing a pretty good job of, being the same size, so that means I can now make some estimations on things here. So, 20 minutes. Alright, so an hour recording will come out to, I don't know, about a gig. Oh, well, 1,179 megs. So, thinking about that, that means, yeah. So, yeah, my 1 terabyte external drive should be plenty large enough. Is there any way to change the background? Why, yes there is. I just did not set it up. Hold on a second. Now, it's not going to be 100%, folks, but hey, you know, someone asked, I can show them. Now, this is going to take a minute here. But, you know, while I'm looking for this in the background here, does everything seem to be flowing smoothly, more or less? And, well, the darker background, you know, that's going to be a whole, well, yeah, that's just going to depend on what the background is actually at scale. You know, I'm just going to have to take it for what it is. You know, I doubt at scale I'm going to be able to put up, you know, the green screen. Yeah, that introduces a lot of noise, but, you know, just stick with me. I'm waiting. Flicker's running a little slow. I don't have any images on this machine because, well, hey, it is what it is. But I'm just having fun trying to switch this live just for the heck of it. But if you look at the one up here in the corner, you know, the background is gone. So, but here's the other, you know, another scene. As you can see, it's doing beautiful things to this box behind me. Apparently, brown has a lot of green in it. Who would have thought? So, and just to show, hey, I've got some IRC work going. So, that's, you know, that is whatever, you know. Now, little advice for anyone live streaming out there and using chroma key. If you need a background, here's the best secret. You head on over to Flickr. Flickr has advanced search. And one of the things you can do in Flickr's advanced search is you can actually search by licenses. And one of the nice things about that is you can search for, and what you're specifically going to be looking for is CC0. And what that allows you to do, CC0, the person who created the image originally put it up, has said, do with it whatever you want. I am relinquishing all rights to do it, and you can do with it as you wish. And you know what, folks? Let me just tell you, be sure to tip your fucking pizza delivery guy. If you're not tipping the pizza guy, OmniScan to you. So, all in all, hey, looks to be working fairly well. So, now what is not working so well is my connection. My connection has gone to pot. But I think I know what the cause of that might be. Got a little too much going on around here on this thing. Recently I set up a, Raspberry Pi. That's right, pizza person, start making your stupid repetitive jokes about, CentOS. A Raspberry Pi 2 running CentOS 7 ARM. Now, on this I set up a system for doing downloads. That, and I've also got an rsync job running on it to rsync the entire CentOS 7.2 repo. And I think all of that's kind of eating my bandwidth just a touch. So I need to go over and stop all my downloads for a minute and see if that helps speed things up. But over here on Flickr, that's right, I said over here on Flickr, and as you can see, hey, that green background's gone and I'm floating here in the white. Hey, it is what it is. Oh, that's right, I'm pretty much eating all my bandwidth up in downloads at the moment. Now that's on another machine where I would show you what that interface looks like, but it is a very nice interface, I think. Alright, but over here, first let me get myself out of your way. Don't need two of me, but this was more just for some little bit of testing here. But if you notice, up here, you got a license option. So, if the site will respond, sorry, things are just running slow. I wasn't expecting to actually try to demonstrate a blasted thing. But hey, since I'm here, I'm mumbling, I might as well do something useful with the time. But if you safe search is on. We don't want no stinking safe search, do we? I mean, my God, people, we worry about our children seeing boobies and butts, but that's all right. Let them see all the violence they want. Blood, guts, fingers and toes. That's all okay. But oh, a boob. It's the end of the fucking world if we show a boob. But over here. Now, they've changed the look on this a little. All Creative Commons commercial use allowed. That's a useful one. Modifications allowed. Commercial use and mods. That's another useful one for you guys out there streaming. But the one I think is the most important is no known copyright restrictions. that is the option you want to turn on, because that's going to pretty much do your best to cover your ass. And we'll turn safe search off too, because what? Oh, this content is for mature audiences only, and I'm not signing in right now, so we'll leave it as it is. So, let's search for something fun, like a cave. There we go. Check back on them. Hey, look, there's people in the chat. Yes, you're a dork. And yeah, you should, check what your settings are on Flickr, because actually a while back Flickr did this thing where they were going to say everything licensed under a certain license they were going to sell. And some people got their goddamn panties in a fucking twist because, oh my god, I licensed Flickr to do this. How dare they do it? Are people that stupid? Actually, I don't have to ask that question. They are. And we will download. Now, this isn't a very great... Oh, wait, let's view all sizes. Maybe there's a better size. But, you know what? This is really not the best size. But to show this, it'll work. So, we will download the original. Now, just hang on. We take just a second to that image. Now, one of the tricks here is you gotta put the image at the bottom of the stack. And there you go. Boom. I'm in a cave. I could be anywhere I want. Now, there are some problems. The lighting is not what it really should be for doing this. I've got some more lights in here I need to get replaced and get lit up, so it'll work well enough. But I think I've about had enough for the night. We'll do one more round for people to tell me if everything looks all right. Let's see, can I get some Jim Beam with that cheese? No, you can't, because you know what? Jim Beam is a sampler, folks. You don't buy Jim Beam because you like it. You buy it because you're a broke bastard who can't afford much better. Otherwise, you know what? I'd break out the Woodford Reserve, but I'm saving that for another night. Now, what I did pick up, it ain't too bad, is Jack Daniel Tennessee Honey. That's worth picking up. And, the green screen stuff, it works fairly well. So, one last round. Pizza Guy, Cat, anyone else who's listening, please leave me a message on here and let me know how it looks, how it sounds. I'm guessing my buddy Dor didn't have a chance to peek in. Zoke, I'm disappointed in you. I was figuring you'd be the one other person to show up, but No, no soak. Alright, so, hey, looks like it's worked pretty good all in all. No major hiccups, whatever. Looks fairly good to you guys from what it's sounding like. Alright, folks, well, this has been the Digital Dragon rambling and streaming. Maybe I'll do this sometime in the future again, but you know what? We'll see. Planning. Yeah. What? Does it look like I have a fucking cigar? Does it? Does it look like I've got a goddamn cigar? Then no. No plan's gonna come together.